Hey y'all, hey. This is me, your favorite real estate diva, Miss Delisa Robinson. Doing what's going on with the people. Day 6. And it's not Illuminati, okay? It's day 6. Day 6. 6 of the Wholesaling Real Estate Challenge. So I'm gonna wait y'all to slide on up in here because I got a lot to go in with you tonight. Hey, Miss Angelique, how are you, my darling? That's my girl. Hey, Miss Mia, how's it going? I hate flat pop. Ugh. Just does something to my spirit. So, doing all right with the challenge? I'm having a good time, to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you how this worked out for me today. So, we'll see. Do my updates. You guys probably know a little bit more about the update because you were on the accountability call. Heck, I drew a complete blank. The accountability call on explain, talk about, go into detail, do some things. And we're going to figure this out. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Delisa Robinson. I've been out here, what do I say always? Slutting it up in these real estate streets for 2 decades. I know this pretty brown face don't look that old, but honey, this face is getting older. And I love it. I'm excited about it. Finally figured out what I'm going to do for the big 5-0 that's coming up in 3 months. I can't wait. It's going to be what I want to do and what I want to tell you guys is this. If you don't know me, I am the real estate diva, your favorite one actually, because there are a lot of real estate divas out here in the streets getting this money, getting to these bags, and they ain't taking no prisoners. So my purpose this year is to help 100 families, 100 people, 100 girls, boys, whoever, girls and boys, get to this real estate bag. Now, I said I have 100 spots. I'm going to be real honest. I think I'm down to like 90. And it's getting lower and lower every day. So like I said, I started out as a buy and hold investor. As a buy and hold investor, it means I was a landlord. I started out being a landlord first. I had anywhere from 10 to I think at the most 25 doors. Not doors, actual physical properties. And I'll explain the difference in a second at one given time. And now I got rid of everything and I'm on the rebuild. Listen to this. So this year's challenge, when I say I'm helping 100 people, I'm also going to catalog set journey. I'm going to catalog and journal my own journey so you guys can see that it can be done. The goal is to get to 20 properties by the end of this year. That's the goal. So we'll see if that happens. Now, next thing's next. I do have a bachelor's degree in business administration with focus on marketing, advertising, and public relations. I am a New York State licensed broker, soon to be Georgia, as soon as I can figure it all out on what I want to do and where I want to be. On that note, and also some other cities and states and locations are coming up because we got a lot going on right now in the offices of Trinity. Let's get day 6 started. Now, if you've been going along with the challenge so far, we taught you how to drive for dollars. Did everybody download the workbook? First of all, did you download the workbook? Now, this is a free workbook. I don't know why you didn't download it, because it's free. Free, 99. Free. That's free. So I don't know why you didn't download a free workbook. And it's not no 10 pages and bunch of fluff. This is almost 60 pages of information for you to get your wholesaling business together. books, to be honest. And I spent this weekend updating it before I put it out. So now it has the Driving for Dollars sheet, has the 7 steps to the original phone call that you're supposed to take, the things you're supposed to say on the phone for the first time when you talk to someone. Has more information. We tweaked it a little bit here and there. So it's a good start. It's a plethora of information to get you started on your real estate journey of wholesaling real estate. So we did talk about that. Now, I'm trying to, it ain't working. It never works. It never works. Yeah, Angelique, I know, because you go live just as much as I do. When you're trying to get something to work, it never works. The minute you're not on live, works perfectly. So. With that being said, boys and girls, let's get started. I want to get you guys into, here it is. Cool. Now, we talked about already, we done went through. Now, if you've missed any part of this, like I said, just grab the workbook, go through it, and you will catch yourself up pretty quickly. We talked about the Driving for Dollars. We talked about team building and the people that you need on the team and the importance of having the people on your team. We talked about it's coming up over and over again. So I'm going to address that first. The question is, how do I figure out my assignment fee? And that's a valid question, because you want to know, how do you figure out how much you get paid? My response is always this: what do you think your time is worth? That's it. It's what you think your time is worth. How much do you think you should make? What is your goal from this business venture? And that's how you have to look at it. And I tell everybody, like, my assignment fee, and I say this to everybody, my clients know, my employees know, everybody knows, my assignment fee is $5,000 minimum. I feel like I had something on my lip. Minimum is $5,000. However, I've taken assignment fees higher and I'm taking them lower. I'm working a deal right now where I might only get $2,000 when it's all said and done. What am I going to say? Oh no, it's not $5,000, so I'm not going to take it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know where they do that at, but they don't do it over here. So, and I don't teach my people that either. So that's number one. Number two, people have a hard time with their numbers. That's the thing. And I don't know if you guys saw my earlier video. The earlier video I put out was the 3 things. I don't know if I put it out yet. I might not even put it out yet, but I plan to. It'll be out after this if it's not out. But it's the 3 things that wholesalers do that irritate. It's 3 common mistakes that wholesalers make. But I did a video last night. Last night we did the live. It was the 3 most common mistakes that wholesalers make. And what it is, misrepresenting yourself, not knowing how to do your numbers, and not underestimating the construction budget. So we're going to do this. We're going to talk about today. We talked about Driving for Dollars. We've been through this book. Now, I want to talk to you about skip tracing, because that's the one thing we didn't talk about as of yet. And everybody keeps asking me, how do you skip trace? Who does your skip tracing? Well, let me give you background. For those of you who don't know me, I spent 20 plus years working in a collection agency. About 19 and a half of it, maybe like 18 years of it was in management, but I still did the work and I still knew what was supposed to be happening as it happened. So when I say that to say this: I don't need nobody to do no skip tracing for me. I've collected, and when I say collected, I've collected everything from World Book encyclopedias. For you youngins that don't know what an encyclopedia is, this is what we used to use before Google came out. That's number 1. Number 2, I've collected Fingerhut, Orkin Man. Yes, the Orkin Man who comes around and exterminates your house. They finance those deals. And yes, I've collected those. I collected World Book and MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover. For what do you call those? Repos. I've done mortgage foreclosures, repos. I have done student loans, colleges, the whole nine. There is not anything I can think of that I have not collected. Just to give you an idea of what my collections resume looks like. So part of collections is finding people that don't want to be found and getting them to pay their bill. So I don't need anybody to skip trace for me. I know how to find people. But for you who don't know how to find people, let's do this. I'm going to give you the steps. So simple. If you're in front of your laptops, do this with me. For your city, Google your city and state after it. That's the first thing you're going to do. Google your city and state with the words tax assessor after it. Then you're going to go in and you're going to input your address. If you live in an apartment complex, put your grandma's address, or whoever has a single family home that you know of, put in their address, because we're trying to keep this simple. You're going to put in your address. Okay, so number one, Google your city and state, Buffalo, New York, tax assessors. In my case, I put in City of Buffalo, and the whole daggone City of Buffalo website comes up. Or you can do it by county. Do your county and the tax assessor's office. Then what you're going to do is input the address. Input the address that you're looking for. And then once you put in the address that you're looking for, it's going to tell you who owns it. It's going to tell you their mailing address. That's it. That's how you locate the owner of a property. Seems pretty easy to me. Hey, Miss Yanita. Congratulations again. It's pretty simple to me. That's what we have to do, right? Okay. Now, owner of the property, let's find their phone number. You're going to take the owner's mailing address, the address that they have on this tax assessor's office, the address where their tax bill goes, not the address that you're calling about. It might be the same if they still live in a house, but 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the same. Okay? So, you're going to take that one, and you're going to take that address, and you're going to put it into truepeoplesearch.com. The address is going to go here. So 123 Main Street. The city and state, you're going to do reverse search by address. Not the person's name. I'm going to tell you what you're going to do with their name in a minute. So you're going to take 123 Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Buffalo, New York, Tampa, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, the Bronx, New York. Okay? This is how easy this is. And I don't understand why people keep trying to overcomplicate this whole process. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It's very easy to do this. And I'm going to run it back down for you again. At the end. So what we're going to do is this. Now, you've reverse search. Once you reverse search and you hit enter, everybody who's lived at that address is going to come up. 90%, 95% of the people that have lived at that address are going to come up. You have the owner's name. Look for their name, click it. Once you click their name, a whole bunch of phone numbers are going to come up. Start calling. That's it. That's how you skip trace. It's very simple. And guess what? It didn't cost me a dime. Didn't cost me a dime to do it. Not even one red penny. What did it cost me? Google is free. Google is free. Okay? Number 1, Google is free. Number 2, the tax assessor's office is free. Number 3, the truepeoplesearch.com is free. Ask me, how do I skip trace? Who does your skip trace and this and the other? Now, I will be honest, because HomeCare don't have a lot of time. So I will pull a list and send it to someone to skip trace, or give it to one of my interns to skip trace. But 9 times out of 10, I'll skip tracing myself. If I have the time, if I have some time. Like during this quarantine, I had some time. So I was skip tracing like crazy. You know what it takes me? In 2 hours, I can skip trace 200 files. Doing the same exact thing I just told you about. So in Buffalo, I wholesale. In Houston, I wholesale all over the country. And you guys know I do a lot of virtual wholesaling. You know what I do? I pick one location, one market, and I sit on their tax assessor's office and I just put it in. That's it. And I'm always glitching because my what you call it? I don't know what it is about my iPad, but you know, like me. So you see this right here? These are my earphones. I put them in my ear. I put on my favorite playlist, and I don't even close my door no more. I just zone out. And all you hear from this room, you don't hear me. You hear me singing because I think I'm Beyonce on a good day. But anyway, but I'll sit here and I go. That's all you're gonna hear. And it's me cutting and pasting, doing this, doing that. Now I have to get a new mouse, to be honest, to go with my laptop because it will help me. My iPad acts as a second monitor to my laptop. What? What's that you're saying, Elisa? Yeah, that's something new they started. So y'all better check that out with them Apple products, girl. I'll play around. Them Apple products is the truth. The truth. So I'm all excited about it. So yeah, I use this screen to look up. I use this screen to cut and paste and type it in. That's how it works. So that's skip tracing. Now, what do you do? What do you say when you get them on the phone? Easy. You're going to download the workbook. If you haven't already, because guess what? Inside the workbook is a bonus section with scripting. It's telling the 7 steps to the initial phone call. It's right there in the workbook. And then you guys keep saying, oh, she's trying to sell a workbook. No, it's free. I don't have to sell it to you. You don't have to buy nothing. It's free. Go get it. Click the link right here in the bio. Click the link, click the link, click the link. That's it. Let's get it. That's right. So that's what you do. So when you so then once you talk to the people, and a lot of people when I have a problem doing it with you guys tonight. So if one of you want to volunteer, just request to join me on live and we could do role playing. I promise to be nice. I promise I will not be the rude neighbor down the street. We can have a nice, clean cut role play. Where's Earl when I need him? But I'm serious though. So that's it. That's skip tracing. Now the role playing with what do you say when you get on the phone is very simple. What do you say? What do you say? Everybody wants to know, what do you say? You say the same stuff you would say to anybody else when you get on the phone. I know you're like, where's Earl? He'd be all over this right now. I don't know. I haven't heard from him all day. So now the first steps when you're wholesaling, you're getting people on the phone. First thing you're going to do is this. You're going to verify that you're talking to the owner. Very simple process. Hi, may I speak to Delisa? This is her. Delisa Robinson that owns 123 Main Street in Buffalo, New York. Yes. That's it. See, the problem is you guys get really nervous about hearing no. No. Guess what? You're going to hear no. Life is not about giving you what you want. Life is about teaching you how to operate within what you have. So if somebody says no, thank you for your time, go about your business. At least that's what I tell y'all to do. That's not what I do. Well, what are your plans with the property? I'll have a whole conversation. Because guess what? Then I'm going to grab after I talk to them, I'm going to grab these. my nice, pretty, color coordinated, handwritten note cards. I'm going to write a nice handwritten note and I'm going to send it to them because they may not want to sell right now, but when they do, I want them to think of me first. Right? Right. Oh, my cute pink envelopes just fell on the floor. So yeah, they hot pink. But that's what we do. So that's the first thing. It's so simple. I want to discuss the money. I want to know. Listen, the first person to discuss money loses the negotiation. Absolutely you do. I don't care what nobody else tell you. If the first person to discuss money loses the negotiation. Yeah. Now, when you ask like that, hello, is this Delisa Robinson, the owner of 123 Main Street in Buffalo, New York? Guess what? And if I say yes, when you ask me that and I say yes, I verified that I am who I am. I verified that I own it. And hold on one second, guys, because my phone is ringing. My kids. They'll learn. He probably locked out. Oh well. That's not my problem. That sounds like a him problem, right? Right. So it tells you that you're speaking to the right person and that I still own the property. Because you said owner of 123 Main Street and I said yes. See? That's how it works. Then number 2, introduce who you are. I'm Delisa Robinson of Trinity Alliance Group, an investment mark. Introducing yourself and your company, first of all, makes you sound professional. Second of all, it puts the seller at ease. It puts the homeowner at ease to say, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe this will be different than the other 15 million people that called me. So then you're going to state why you're calling. We have been looking at properties in your area. We came across yours on Main Street. You always want to refer back to the property, like you've done your research, the address. Your house on 123 Main Street caught our eye. However you want to say it. Okay? And then I always say, how many offers have you received? Now, you also need one of these. Okay? This is called a pen. And you need something like this. Notes, or a notebook, and you, while they're talking, you should be writing notes. So how many offers have they received? Take note. This should be shut. These should be open. Shut, open. Just saying. So then what you're going to do is you're going to listen. Listen to the responses. If you're asking questions, and you should be asking questions that require them to give you an answer, and yes or no is not the answer you're trying to get. You want open-ended questions where they have to give explanation, they have to give you an answer. You want that, okay? So it requires the seller to provide an answer. It also helps to open up the lines of communication so that a conversation can take place. So step number 4, after you say why you're calling, you say, well, how many offers have you gotten on this property? That's when you're going to shut up and listen. And you're going to take note of what they tell you. 9 times out of 10, if you let someone talk, they will talk themselves into giving you what you want. Think about it. And I'm gonna put this in terms of relationships. Everybody's here been in a relationship before, and you have been in this situation. The question was either asked of you or you asked this question. I guarantee it. Where have you been? It was on some jealousy type stuff, whether it was out of concern, whether it was out because you was like, thought they was messing around on you, whatever it is, everybody has asked that question and everybody has been asked that question. Where have you been? Right? Now, here's what normally happens. Where were you? Were you at Bobby's? Yeah, I was at Bobby's. You give them an answer, so now they don't have to answer you. Stop. Here's what you should do, and this is how it comes back full circle to the talk off that you're doing in real estate. How many offers have you received on this property? Don't say, oh, I bet you have a lot of people calling you, because they're going to say, yeah. Have you received on this property? And stop flipping talking, okay? Stop talking. If there's silence, you don't have to fill it. Because the longer you stay quiet, the more they're going to want to talk. So, how many offers have you received on this property? Zip it. That's when you stop talking and you listen to what they say and you write down their answers. Okay? Well, someone called me yesterday, or someone called me the day before, or I get calls all the time. Okay? Get calls all the time. And then here's what's going to happen. As you're listening and you're writing notes, you're going to say, well, I too would like to present an offer to you. However, I don't feel it's fair for me to give you an offer on a house I haven't seen. What time tomorrow can we meet at the property for me to take a look? See that? Boom. What time tomorrow can we meet at the, I'd like to make you an offer, but I can't make property. What time tomorrow can you meet me at the property? And they're going to say, oh, tomorrow's not good. I'm available on Friday. Or you can go one step further. I'm available Friday at 2. You notice what I just did? Stop talking. Because you have to give them the opportunity to let you in to see the property. Okay? That's what this is about. Now, I'll be honest with you. Some of you who listen to these lives, you're real estate agents. It works for you too when you're trying to get listings. It works the same way. This because I know, and I know. I am a real estate agent. I was a real estate agent. Now I'm a broker. I still have to do real estate agent duties, okay? So here's what I'm telling you. If you shut up 5 seconds and let someone else have a word, you will get what you want. It's just that simple. I kid you not. It's that simple. So when I would like to present a fair offer, but can't do so without seeing the property. What time tomorrow are you available to meet me? Because I say tomorrow, what time are you? Especially if they're living in the property. What time tomorrow can I come see your home? Make sure you say home if they're living in the property, okay? Because that's their home and they have emotional attachment to it. So you don't want to treat it like it's any old piece of property, right? Right. I'm telling you, it is so simple. So you're going to secure the appointment. Never make a blind offer. Who mentions money first loses negotiation. Because here's what happens. Okay? Well, I would like, how much are you going to offer me? And then the inexperienced person who hasn't taken my course, they're going to say, oh, well, I was thinking that, I could offer you $50,000. If they say yes too quickly, they weren't thinking it was worth $50,000. They were thinking it was going to be lower. Now you've lost because they have that $50,000 in their head, so they're going to stick with what you said over the phone. Then you made more work for yourself. So we don't do that. Okay? It's going to go like this. Unfortunately, I can't make you a fair offer because I haven't seen the property. Once I come by to the property and take note of the condition and the size and the neighborhood and the locations and what's going on around you, I can then make you a fair offer. And believe me, it will be a fair offer. I'm not trying to steal your property from you. I'm really trying to just purchase the property. Once you start talking like that, I go, oh. Once you start talking like you have some flipping sense and not on I've had people call me about properties that I own. And you know what they say to me? Oh, I was calling about your property. Which one? That's why I tell you, I was calling about your property at 123 Main Street. Be specific. I had a person call me about my property and say, I said, well, how much do you want to give me for it? He said to me, well, it needs a roof. There was a roof just put on it last year. Because there are standard things that some wholesalers are being trained to say. No. That's why you can't assess. You can't give out a proper offer without and running some numbers. I had some, and you make blind offers, and guess what happens? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some situations where I made blind offers, but I've done research in the neighborhood. Or it's a neighborhood where my client specifically asked me to look. You get what I'm saying? So my client that I was already I was basically prospecting for, already told me what he or she was already looking for. So that way I didn't have to do a whole lot of numbers because I knew I was in that area. You see what I'm saying now? So I need you guys to do that. Okay? Come from a place of contribution. You need to find out, and when you get to the house, because guess what? We're already on step 5 out of 7. And y'all didn't even realize it. What you're going to do next, after you talk to them, and you say, well, what time tomorrow can you come meet me? And they say, well, I can be there tomorrow at 3. Okay, so I'm going to meet you at 123 Main Street tomorrow, Wednesday, March 17th at 3 p.m. Do you mind if I bring my contractor with me? Contractor will be present, just so we can try and speed this process along. And if you're not taking anybody with you, don't mention that anybody's coming. But if somebody's coming with you, you better make it known before you get to the door. Nobody likes to be ambushed. Now, you confirm the appointment. That's step number 6. Y'all like, what? You only got 7 steps, Delisa. You haven't even discussed this deal yet. You're right, I haven't. Because I'm not going to. Not over the phone for a property I haven't seen. It doesn't make sense. Okay? So number 7, you're going to close the call. I thank you, Miss Susie, for taking the time to speak with me today. I look forward to meeting with you tomorrow. And here's my number. Contact it. And you confirm their number. Then you end the phone call. Because guess what? The whole point of the first phone call is to get the freaking appointment. That's it. That's it. That's it. The objective of the first phone call is to get the appointment so you can see the house. To get to do your walkthrough, exactly, and you're trying to get to the walkthrough. And I just realized I've been saying your name wrong, because if I say it the way it's supposed to be spelled, it would be Janita. Like Janita. Because that R is sound like the D. I know. I've been saying it wrong for the longest. It's okay. I still love you. So that's what you do. All right? That's it. The first appointment is to get the objective of the first phone call is to get the appointment so you can see the house, or to get your boots in the ground. If you're doing virtual wholesaling, is to get them to take pictures. Now, well, Delisa, what do we do when we get there? Well, there's a lot of things you can do when you get there, but guess what? I'm not about to go into tonight. No, not that. So you go into, so like I said, if you have not as of yet downloaded the workbook, click the link in the bio. Tap the first button. Why am I talking slow? Because I want you to do this. It's a free workbook. Why wouldn't you do it? That's crazy. Go get the book. You can get started. Got any questions? Any questions? Any concerns? Any comments? Did I say something that you... It's time to get that out. Right here, there's a button, there's a circle. Or you can tap the movie camera with the plus sign. You can come on and join live. We can have a whole discussion about it. Hey, Aaliyah, how you doing? Get that book, people. Nothing, I'm telling you, free. There's, because I'm actually looking at my book right now. There's 57 pages of information. It takes you from starting your business to setting up, and should you be an LLC, an S Corp, or a C Corp. It sets you up to get credit, because in this real estate business, it does not take a lot. I'm going to leave the video up, Aaliyah, so you could go back and watch it if you want. Go back and look at it. But this is what it is. You scored high on your test. You should have. I told you that test was mental. That test is all common sense. And you got common sense. New York State test, the New York State real estate exam, they try to tell you it's so hard. No. I passed it twice and then passed my broker's license on the first try too. No. Easy. And I didn't study and I slept through the whole class. That's just me though. Everybody can't do that now. So what questions do you have about getting the first appointment to see a home? We talked about skip tracing. We talked how to find who owns a house, how to find them once you know who owns a house, and what to say to them once you get them on the phone. That was tonight's whole live. Right? Right. It was easy. You're going to shadow me. Hey, come on. I got a program that I'm putting together. I'm doing it online. Okay, go ahead, Miss Mia. Everybody want to be real estate agents. Y'all know you don't make no money. I kid. You can make money being a real estate agent. Most money, they're not just real estate agents. Oh, Mia, you right here in Buffalo. You can shout at me anytime. You're going to be disappointed because I'm not that exciting. I don't know what to say. But I love y'all. Do we have any questions? Any questions about what we talked about tonight? Like I said, we talked about the skip tracing. We talked about finding out who owns a home, how to find out who owns a home, how to find them once you know who owns a home, and what to say to them once you get them on the phone. That was tonight's live. Tonight is really glitchy tonight, and I'm sorry about that. I do apologize, but I think it's the internet in my house. Rehearsal of the contract. What? I don't get that. Rehearsal of the contract. Oh, you mean take the contract with you? Yes. When you go on the appointment the next day at 3 p.m., like we just talked about, you're going to have a blank contract with you just in case they spot. Because if you went through my wholesale boot camp, which actually, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I forgot to tell you this. If you click the link in the bio and download that free workbook, guess what? The boot camp, the whole Power Play bundle is attached to it. You can get it for $27. That's a $1,900 course. You can get it for $27 if you want it. My boot camp people, don't buy that. You already have it. All right. Yup. So we have no questions because I want to make sure before I go to bed, because I'm going to bed. People, I am going to bed because I've been up since 5 a.m. and 5 o'clock I'll be on spun around again. And I'll be sitting here looking like this. So I don't want to do that to you guys. So my lovelies, I'm going to go to bed. Good night. God bless. Go out. Contracts and understand what it all means. Okay. I can help you with that. Miss Janita. I can help you with that. I like saying your name. So I am going to sign off. I do wish you well, hope, and prosperity. Oh, before I forget, tomorrow night we are going to have the Wednesday wind down at 7 p.m. We'll have Miss I Am Latasha Nicole. You can follow her on Instagram at twithtasha2020_. We're also going to have my squad sister, Miss Lucretia Ball. She's going to come in and talk to us about what we have going on with Miss I Am Latasha Nicole. I cannot wait. I am excited. I love positive energy and beautiful women. I can't wait. All right, guys. See you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. sharp. All right. Have a good night. Be blessed. Be good. And most of all, be kind. I'll talk to you later. Bye.